Hello, class. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to the home of everything Barcelona. In this episode, we are going to be discussing on Xavi's pre-match press conference ahead of the crucial game against Sevilla later tonight. Of course, Xavi spoke a lot of topics. He spoke about new signing Bellerin, Alonso, Jordi Alba, Gerard Piqué, Memphis ahead of the Sevilla game. So guys, we are going to be discussing on everything he had to say. Before getting right into it, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona will be hoping to extend their unbeaten start to the season when they travel to Andalusia to take on Sevilla at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan on Saturday. After back-to-back wins over Real Sociedad and Real Valladolid, the Catalans will be aiming to back another victory and keep up the pressure on rivals Real Madrid, who sits atop the La Liga standings. Looking ahead of the game, manager Xavi Hernandez spoke about the challenge that Sevilla will pose to his Barcelona side on Saturday, saying that, "Tomorrow we have a difficult game against Sevilla. We know how difficult it is to win at their stadium. Lopetegui manages this team well. I think their start to the season was not fair. They could have won more points. We will strive to play our philosophy and control the ball," Xavi said. When asked if he was happy with the club's transfer business, the manager said, "I feel comfortable now. The management did a great job. We have a competitive team and we have to prove that. Our goal is to win all the titles this season." On whether Jordi Alba was upset about the club's late attempt to ship him off to Inter Milan on deadline day, Xavi said, "Alba is a player in our squad and he is key to the team. He will undoubtedly play during the season, but no player is safe from anything." Rating the team's performance in the transfer window, he said, "I think our transfer market was between best and average because we couldn't sign an extra player, but I'm not complaining." When asked about Gerard Piqué and the negative press surrounding him due to his personal life, Xavi replied, "Piqué is training very well and I don't see him upset. I try to keep him happy." Memphis Depay was linked with an exit all summer long, but ended up staying put as there were no offers or there were no takers for him after his move to Juventus fell through. Talking about the Dutchman, the Barca manager said, "I spoke to Memphis 2 or 3 weeks ago. He is an easygoing player with great experience. He is a natural leader, fully committed to the team. His participation will depend on his level, and we as a team will decide. This applies to all players, not just him." Further talking about Jordi Alba and his current situation, Xavi added, "I want Jordi Alba here as a captain and because of our great affinity. At no time did I ever think that Alba was going to leave the club." On Alba's competitors in Alejandro Balde and Marcos Alonso, the manager said, "Balde can play in other positions, not only as left back, Marcos Alonso too. There will be games for everyone." The manager also shed some light on the lack of game time afforded to Piqué and Alba, while insisting that they remain committed to the team. He said, "The decisions with Piqué and everyone are technical. I have to make decisions based on what I see in training. When Piqué plays, you guys will ask me why Araujo or Koundé did not play. The captains are helping a lot. Their commitment to the club and the team is impeccable whether they play or they don't play." Xavi was asked if the senior players were overstaying their welcome, given that he himself had played less than half the games in his final season as a Barca player. In response, he said, "It's not easy to realize when it's time to leave. It happened to me. I had an offer to continue at Barca when I was 35, but I understood that I had to leave and that will happen to everyone because we are not eternal. It happens to everyone. It will happen to Pedro when Pedro will be 34 years old." On the deadline day signings, Hector Bellerin and Marcos Alonso, Xavi said, "Bellerin is a player who grew up here and he's a professional, a great professional. I think it will help us a lot. Alonso is also a player who will help us a lot. I'm happy with them and we had to support our two fullbacks. Talking about Alonso's registration with La Liga, he said, "Yes, we are optimistic. We are convinced that he will be registered on time." Touching upon the pressure that comes with being the manager of Barcelona, the 42-year-old stated that, "I know where I am. I know I am under pressure. The day I see that I am the problem, I will go home." But that's not the case now. I'm very excited and we are working very well. Football and the ball will dictate the future. Xavi was reluctant to talk about Bernardo Silva, whose signing Barcelona missed out on the summer. He said, "Now we can't talk about it. Now we can only talk about those who are at Barcelona," he said when quizzed about the Portuguese international. The Barcelona manager also expressed his sadness on having lost Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who joined Chelsea on deadline day, saying that, "I feel sorry for all those who left the club, even some of them, who have known since May and, they would have to leave. But especially Aubameyang, I feel very sorry for him. Oba is a treasure as a person, a role model. I will miss him a lot." Xavi was also full of praise for director Matteo Alemany and advisor Jordi Cruyff, stating that Barcelona is in good hands with Jordi Cruyff and Matteo Alemany. Alemany makes you feel comfortable. He's really good at negotiating. Hailing the start of the season made by Eric Garcia, Xavi said, "He hasn't changed a bit from last season. He's just 21 years old and could be a captain. He's at a great level." The Barcelona head coach also insisted that Miralem Pjanic will have a role to play, despite his lack of game time so far. He said, "Pjanic can help us a lot. He fits the way we play and he will compete with Busquets, Frankie, and Frankie is here. It's going to be so difficult to get minutes for all four of them," he said. Ronald Araujo and Jules Koundé have been deployed at right back at times this term, but with Hector Bellerin's arrival, that could change. When asked who will be starting in the position against Sevilla on Saturday, Xavi refused to give anything away. He said, "I'm sure who will be the right back tomorrow. Bellerin arrives today and he can help us a lot. There will be games for everyone," he said. Sevilla made a poor start to the season and are yet to win a single game. Despite that, Xavi believes Sevilla will pose a challenge while insisting that manager Julian Lopetegui had done a fine job at the club. He said, "I always say it's sad to judge coaches for results. Lopetegui did a great job for Sevilla. For me, it is not fair to judge Sevilla by the results they achieved at the beginning of the season." Xavi was asked if the season would be considered a failure in case Barcelona don't win any trophy. In response, he said, come on, how can you think that? We would better think we'll win." So those are the words from Xavi's press conference. Great press conference, I would say. Great words from him. And we hope that the Sevilla game tonight, we win it. I believe in the team. We are very solid now. We are strong and we play very well. So I think the game will be won. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye.